Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, what we're going to discuss is about cyber or digital literacy. So, before po kita mag-proceed sa discussion, let's watch a video first.
Usap-usapan na naman online na binuwag na ang K-12 program ng DepEd. Yan ang sabi sa video na in-upload sa YouTube channel na Pinas News Insider. Ayon pa sa video, mismong Malacanang daw ang nagpabuwag sa K-12 program. Ginamit sa video ang pahayag ni VP at DepEd Secretary Sara Duterte sa kanyang talumpati para sa Basic Education Report ng Departamento. Ang video na in-upload noong March 15 ay meron ng 4,700 likes, 164,000 views at 493 comments. Pero mga kapatid, ang video na ito ay misleading at hindi totoo. Sa pagsusuri ng mga kaibigan natin sa Rappler, lumutang na wala pong sinabi si VP Sara na tinanggal na ang K-12 program. Pinalalabas din kasi ng uploader na ang pahayag ay bago lamang. Pero ang totoo, noong Enero pa ito nangyari. Atin din pong tandaan na ang K-12 curriculum ay nakasaad sa Republic Act 10533 o ang Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. Bilang batas, ang pagbubuwag po ng K-12 ay nasa kapangyarihan lamang ng Kongreso at hindi po ng DepEd. Dati na pong may lumabas na fake news tungkol dito at napatunayan na rin natin na hindi ito totoo. Pero may mga nananadya pa rin talagang magpakalat na mga mali. Ang nakakalungkot lamang, may mga naloloko pa rin sa mga bagong post ng lumang fake news. Kaya po mga kapatid, maging mapanuri sa mga nababasa at napapanood online para hindi pa ulit-ulit na nabibiktima.
So, based po sa video, ano po yung na-obserbahan nindo? So, tungkol saan po itong pigpahiling dyan sa video? Yes, Angelica.
About this based on the video, and fact check nito, nag-verify sila mga fake news and yung mga yung mga fact na information.
So, may hapot lang po ako. So, have you ever believed to about something online na huna mo totoo pero fake news?
Yes po. So, ilang beses na po. Which is yung sabi may yung klase pero may klase.
So, paano po na-verify yung information ko?
Para ma-verify po yung information na to, nagduman po ako sa page kan Goa Community College. Tigilin ko talaga kung may memorandum. Tapos kay Gov. Tapos nailin ko na baka man pala nito para sa CAMSUR. Kaya yan, dapat kita as students din and then as digital user, dapat kita, mahilig kita or maggamit kita ni critical thinking pag-abot sa pag-verify ng mga information, lalong-lalo na kapag galing sa social media.
So, thank you po din. So, tama po itong sabi ng Angelica. And saro din po sa ways para maaraban to yung credibility kan sarong information is mahanap kita ng sources bako lang saro. Dapat ako na sources para ma-verify na kung reliable ito or bako. So, bago po kita mag-proceed sa discussion, ano po itong topic na discuss earlier? So, previous topic na discuss earlier. About po sa... So, ano daw po ang media literacy? April. So, previous topic natin kasi bago? Media literacy.
So para sa ako, ang media literacy, tiga-araman mo sa mga, tiga-araman mo sa mga nahiling mo sa internet.
Yes po. Thank you. So, paano mo po masasabi na media literate individual ka, Kuya John?
Masasabi mo na media literate guys, yun ito sabi sa Bro Elvira is kapag ara mo mag-evaluate ka mga source kayong ara mo kung science kung tao ka mag-verify ka mga source kung tama ba or totoo ba itong mga then tao ka mag-analyze ka mga information na bigay mo sa media.
Thank you. So, tama po to na masabi to po na media literate kita kapag we have an ability to understand the media content. Next. So, ikaw po tignan yung mga some pictures po, ara mo to po kung fact or fake sila. So, naisip po familiar sa pictures na. Sa halin nito po, fact or fake? So, ini po. Fact or fake? Fact. So, mag-proceed na po kita sa discussion. Pwede po pakibasa.
Digital literacy, it can be defined as the ability to locate, evaluate, read, and communicate information on various digital platforms. It is the technical, cognitive, and sociological skills needed to perform tasks and solve problems in digital environment. It finds its origins in information and computer literacy, found in 2008-2001.
So, thank you po. So, ang digital literacy po is our ability to find, evaluate, create, and communicate information effectively. So, totoo po kita yung mag-assess ng information and alam ka po kung paano mag-evaluate ng content about po sa mga credible sources. And totoo po kita mag-create ng content and kung ano yung mga responsible na way kung paano mag-share ng information. And nabanggit po dyan yung mga skills, so kaya po hanta po yan maaraman para aram ta kung ano yung mga responsible digital behavior na dapat ang gibuhon. So next po is key competencies of digital literacy such as first, tool literacy, competence in using hardware and software tools. So abot naman po ini kung paano kita magamit kang mga technology tools, bukang software and mga online platforms. So next po is resource literacy, understanding forms of and access to information resources. So resource literacy naman po is about how we find credible information online. Social structural literacy, understanding the production and social significance of information. So it is our understanding naman po about online interaction or kung paano po kita makipag-communicate online. So next po is research literacy, using IT tools for research and scholarship. So ang research literacy po is about conducting a proper digital research, pero baka na po siya about sa pagkandakta ng mga research. Ang simple po pag-search online is considered as research na din po. Next is publishing literacy, ability to communicate and publish information. So hindi po about po siya kung paano yung responsible na pag-share ng information. So, dapat, tiga-aram ta muna yung kung reliable or bago tayo share sa iba. Next is emerging technologies literacy, understanding of new developments in IT. So, about naman po ninyo kung about po siya sa kung paano tayo adapt yung mga innovations sa technologies and tools. And critical literacy, ability to evaluate the benefits of new technology. So kung paano ta po evaluate yung information and kung paano ta evaluate yung kung ano yung purpose kang mga technologies and kung ano yung benefits niya. So next po, pwede po pakibasa example.
The term digital literacy is not new. Lanham, 1995, in one of the earliest example of a functional definition of the term, described the digitally literate person as being skilled of discipline and understanding the meanings of images, sound, and the subtle use of words to that she could match the medium of communication to the kind of information being presented and to whom the intended audience is. 2 years later, Paul Gilster, 1997, formally defined digital literacy as the ability to understand and use information in multiple formats from a wide range of sources when it is presented via computers, explaining that not only must a person acquire the skill of finding things, she must also acquire the ability to use these things in life.
So, thank you po. So, Diyan po, according po kay Richard Lanham, i-expand niya po yung traditional notion of literacy na i-include yung ability to interpret multimedia content pag-abot po sa images, mga sounds, and yung beyond reading and writing. So, sabi naman po ni Paul Gelster, tignify niya po ang digital literacy na dapat dahil lang kita mag-seek ng information, dapat aramon ta din so credibility ka ang information bago ta siya i-apply in our daily lives. So, Bowden 2006 created the skills and competencies comprising digital literacy from contemporary scholars on the matter into 4 groups. First is underpinnings. This refers to those skills and competencies that support or enable everything else written digital literacy, namely traditional literacy and computer or ICT literacy. So, abot na po ini kung paano kita magamit ng computer in our daily lives. So, next po is background knowledge.
Number 2, background knowledge. This largely refers to knowing where information on a particular subject or topic can be found, how information is kept, and how it is disseminated, a skill taken for granted back in the day when information almost is exclusively resided in the form of printed text.
So sa background knowledge po, dito po maaaraman kung sa inyong specific na information. Yung so kaipuhan talang ning ang mag-comprehend and mag-navigate ning different information sources. So next po is central competencies. These are the skills and competencies that a majority of scholars agree on as being core to digital literacy today. Namely, first po is reading and understanding digital and non-digital formats. So example po, digdi ang totoo po kita mag-understanding content halimbawa po from printed books or from visual format. So totoo po kita mag-interpret ng information hali po sa or presented in an image format. Next po is creating and communicating digital information. So example po, pag create yung mga digital presentation araw po kang presentation baga araw kayan. So next po is evaluation information. So totoo nga po kita mag-evaluate kang information kung reliable ba or bako. Next po is knowledge assembly. So igdi po pag-gather po ng iba't ibang mga information hali sa iba't ibang sources, and yung nag-gather po is gagamitin para maka-create ding bagong content. Next is information literacy and media literacy. So, kung paano nga po kita mag-analyze and mag-evaluate kang information. So, next po, attitudes and perspective. Dito po kayo basa, Janice.
Number 4, attitudes and perspective, Bowden 2008 suggests that it is these attitudes and perspective that link digital literacy today with the traditional literacy, saying it is not enough to have skills and competences. They must be grounded in some moral framework specifically.
So, thank you. So, sabi po ni David Bowden, ang digital literacy po is about din sa satuyang online uncertain attitudes and perspective. So, inot po independent learning. So, example po dyan, the initiative and the ability to learn whatever is needed for a person's specific situation. So, ang independent learning po is the ability to to learn independently without relying on formal instruction. So, pag-abot po sa digital context, for example po, as a professional, natuto siya independently about sa software. So, inadala niya yon independently pa kasi aram niya na makakatabang ito para mag-enhance ang sa iyang job performance. So, next po is moral or social literacy, an understanding of correct, acceptable, and sensible behavior in a digital environment. So, hindi na po yung malaog sa soyang ethical behavior kung paano ito po gamito ng yung mga responsible behavior sa sarong digital environment. So, next po is information literacy. Okay, basa po, Joy.
Information literacy. Digital Literacy is Equal Alkalite 2004 draws attention to information literacy as critical component of digital literacy as the cognitive skills that consumers use to evaluate information in an educated and effective manner. So, thank you.
So sabi nga ni po na sa information literacy, dapat din lang kita siging access ng information, dapat tiga-assess na din yung credibility and relevance. So halimbawa po kapag naka-encounter kita ng news online, syempre po kung information literate kita, araw mo muna po kung reliable ba itong sinasabi duman sa news or bako. Next po is social-emotional literacy within digital literacy. It requires users to be very critical, analytical, and mature, implying a kind of richness of experience that the literate transfers from real life to their dealings online. So, ang social-emotional naman po about pag-understand and pag-manage ng emotion and pag-recognize and pag-respond na din po sa emotion kang iba. So, pag-abot po sa digital context naman, masasabi tang social-emotional literate kita kapag tataw kitang mag-consider kang perspective and opinions kang iba. Tataw kitang mag-respect ang privacy ng daro ka. So, huwag yung differentiate po media literacy versus digital literacy. Yes po, Kuya Jim.
Media literacy is the ability to identify different types of media and understand the message they are communicating, while digital literacy can be seen as a media literate applied to a digital media. Sa media literacy, ability mo na i-identify ang mga itong mga different types of media. Ma-identify mo sa media and understand the message. Yun na yan.
So, thank you po. So, ang media literacy po, pag-abot po sa pag-understand sa mga media messages or media content. Pag sa digital literacy naman po, so application na kang media literacy paano to siya i-apply sa digital environment? Digitally literate users know how to avoid the traps of cyberspace mainly because they are familiar with the social and emotional patterns of working and cyberspace that it is really just an outworking of human nature. So, pag digitally literate individual ka po, syempre, aram mo kung ano yung mga responsible na digital behavior na gigibuhon mo and aware ka sa mga online threats ngayon or sa mga online traps. So, yan po, example, your friend shares a shocking news article on social media. How will you check its credibility before sharing? Yes, Joshua.
Para ma-check ang credibility before sharing the news or the new articles, first napunta mo ng primary sources kang news or i-verify ta kung talagang in-news na ni bakong fake and makakatabang sa other dadamit ng mga digital task media sa online. And pag na-verify na, saka na ma-reshare kang if fake man to, i-confront so nag-share na fake ang news na tig-share niya kasi din niya tigsik ang primary sources ng news or information.
So, thank you po. So, tama po ito, na-check ta muna yung sources bago ta i-share sa iba information. So, next po is you receive an email saying you won a prize. What should you do?
So, kung pag naka-receive akong email na nagana ako, pag-aram ko man na mantala akong binalin, ignore ko na lang kasi ang iba kaya nagiging rason para ma-hack ang account mo.
So, tama po ito sinabi ni Trixie. Napag-aral po kaya minsan baga, tiga-ano lang, kapag may nag-sending link baga, tiga-ano ka na, i-buksan mo tong link, tapos pag ano ka to na, so information mo na ano na nila. Next po kayo. So, yan po, group activity po. So, students will analyze the given statements and determine if they are trustworthy or not. They will write down the reasoning, example, checking resources, cross-referencing, looking for biases, discuss answers in this class. So, duwang group man lang po. Okay na po sa doon in group 1 and in group 2. So, sa group 1 po, araw mo lang po ni Doc kung iyan kung stem cell therapy shows promise in treating spinal cord injuries, and scientists confirm that chocolates can cure diseases. Ano? Sir? So, yun man lang po ang sa yung discussion. Thank you.